Good morning. Welcome to Friday's Restore and Flow class. Please find your seat, whether that's on a pillow from your couch or a meditation cushion. I'd like for you to get comfortable and just come into your breath, anchoring in, getting quiet. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. We're just going to sit for a moment, get quiet, and you know as well as I do, we can never turn off our thoughts. But again, that comes back to having a choice. So I'd like very much for you to keep returning to your breath, anchoring into whatever sounds you're hearing. Maybe that's your heartbeat. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. One more full breath in and one more full breath out. And that's all we can do. We're just going to go back and forth, breathing, staying focused on that breath. So what I posted this morning was this: with your eyes closed, taking another full inhale. Listen to these words. Choice is the most powerful tool we have. Everything boils down to choice. We exist in a field of infinite possibilities. Every choice we make shuts an infinite number of doors and also opens an infinite number of doors. At any point, we can change the direction of our lives by a simple choice. It is all in our hands, our hearts, and our minds. So with that said, this morning we're going to be making some choices to move and breathe and create a little internal heat. It's not going to be a big deal because I'd much rather we make a choice to get into a little bit more restorative. So again, if you don't have pillows or blankets or bath towels, run and grab them now. Set them to the side and we will be using them shortly. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. And I'm presuming that you're all seated. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and sweep the arms up, inhaling, lift up, look up. And then exhale, draw the hands right back into your heart space. Pause and breathe. Make the choice to keep returning to your breath. We're also going to stay open-hearted this morning while we do this. Good morning, Aqua. Sending you lots of love. Staying open-hearted is important because, one, we're usually rounded and closed off. And to me, when we start to do those kinds of shapes with our bodies, we go a little bit too internal. And right now, we are so internal. I think it's important that we continue to draw the shoulders back, open up across the heart, and keep shining that love outward, because that will also internally translate back to you. It has to. So figure out some way to keep working on your self-compassion and your patience, and then maybe that can help counteract whatever it is you might be feeling, as many of us are quiet and at home and alone or just with a certain number of people. It's definitely a shift. So let's make that choice this morning to stay open-hearted, to keep breathing into where we are, and then we're going to spend the next hour or so just taking care of ourselves, because that's where it starts. So draw the arms up again, take a big breath in, and then draw the hands back behind you, interlacing the fingers, drawing the knuckles down, bending the elbows, keeping the thumbs connected to your low back, and really feel your heart lift. Maybe the head goes with it. Take a full breath in as the shoulders draw back and a full breath out. And then with your next breath, inhale, bring the arms back up again and bring them right into your heart space. Pause. All right, let's get onto our mats. Turn right around and let's come straight into downward facing dog. So take a full breath in your down dog and a full breath out. We're going to go through some sun A's this morning, focusing on the heart, staying open and choosing to breathe as deeply as we possibly can to keep moving things and not letting anything get stagnant. We're going to spend plenty of time in the second half of class settling in and slowing down. Again, staying focused with the breath. So take another inhale in your down dog and a slow breath out. You'll be pedaling out your feet. Maybe bend both knees, bringing your shins closer to the mat. And we're going to start now. And Pat, I see you've just joined us. There you go, my friend. We have bells today. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. In your down dog, inhaling, come up high onto your toes. And then with a nice long exhale out, walk your feet with as many baby steps as necessary to get your feet right in between your hands. Pause in your forward fold. Take a full breath in for your halfway lift. Draw those shoulders back so even in your 90-degree angle from your hips, your heart is trying to move forward. And then exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, sweep up tall and strong. Bring your hands right to your heart and pause. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. With your next in-breath, really feel your heart lift and push into your thumbs. Let the right hand ground into the left hand, creating some energy transfer. And then with your next inhale, lift up strong and tall. Hands go high. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your hands down. Walk your feet back out to plank. Pause here. And then you can take your knees down. And we're going to lower all the way to mat. So bend your elbows close to your side bodies. Take yourself down. Untuck your toes. Push down through the tops of your feet. Inhaling, lift the shoulders for cobra or up dog. And then exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Move your hips back into downward dog. And then pause and breathe again. So you can choose to go through these morning sun A's with us, the flowing portion. You could choose to stay seated on your meditation cushion or your couch cushion and just breathe with us. So physically, I'm not so concerned about you moving and breathing, but I am concerned about your breathing. So make that choice for what works best for you, what serves you this morning. If you're still in down dog, pedal out your feet once again, inhaling high, lift up to your toes. Exhale, walk, step, or jump your feet right up between your hands. Take a full breath in for a halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhaling again, rise high to stand. This time, take your right hand to your left wrist. Stretch yourself over, spreading out all those side ribs. Staying open, draw the shoulder back. Inhale, come back to center, switch the grip. Inhaling, reach high, and then exhale. Hinge the other way. Go slow. Feel those ribs spread out. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands right down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back out to plank and pause. Take a full breath in plank and a full breath out. Choose to lower down or skip it altogether, shifting your hips back up. Move and breathe as you need to, and we're all going to meet back in downward facing dog. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous on how to teach the restorative portion of this online class, but Judith assured me that it can be done. So we're going to go with that and work it out together. Take another full breath in. We're going to do one more sun A. Come on up to your toes. Exhale, look forward, walk, step, or jump your feet right between your hands. Take a full breath in for a halfway lift and a nice long exhale for your forward fold. Rising again up, come up to stand, get nice and tall, hands go high. Right hand to left wrist, stretching one more time, opening up the side body. Inhale back up, switch the hands, go the other direction. Take a full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hands go all the way back down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back out to plank. Pause and breathe. Lower down, shift your hips back. You make the choice on where you need to go this morning. Pause in your down dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Thanks for the positive feedback, you guys. You're the best. All right, just a little bit more flow, and then we're going to jump right into the restorative. So stay with me if you're not doing the physical part, because you're going to get into the comfy part in just a few minutes. From down dog, inhale your right leg straight out behind you. Exhale, bring the foot forward, planted by your thumb. Let's rise up into crescent. So you've got that right knee stacked over the ankle. You can stay up on the left toes or take the knee down and just sweep up tall. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And staying with that open heart, bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down, feel your whole rib cage lift up, feel your heart lift up. Maybe you even lift your head. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Walk that right foot over just a touch. We're going to come into humble warrior. So take your right shoulder down inside your right knee. And here, resist the urge to let your head drop. Feel the crown of your head go to the front of the room. Continue to draw your shoulders back even though you're bent over this leg. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then from here, let your left hand come down to the floor or maybe your can of tomatoes and sweep your right hand up, coming into a twist. Shine that heart toward the right side, taking a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the right hand down, step the right foot back to meet the left, come back to your plank, pause and breathe. Take a full breath in and a full breath out, and then you choose to either shift your hips back up into downward facing dog or you lower all the way and rinse that off with whatever you need to build a little heat. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And we'll go back to down dog and just finish out this other side, taking a full breath in, lift the left leg straight up behind you. Exhale, bring the foot forward, planted by the left thumb. With a full inhale, rise up to crescent on this side. And again, you don't have to go into the full expression. You can take that right knee down. Just keep the left knee stacked over the ankle. So you have a nice 90-degree bend right there in your knee. And then with your hands up high, breathe a little bit higher. And then exhale, bring them behind your back. Interlace them the other way. Draw the knuckles down. Feel a lift through the heart. Take a full breath in, walk that left foot over just a bit so you can get your left shoulder down, and we're just going to hinge forward. And again, resisting the urge to let your head drop. Feel like it's going to the front of the room. Draw the shoulders back, keeping the heart open. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Release the right hand, stretch the left hand high, twisting open, shining the heart toward the left side of the room. Take a full breath in. And then exhale the hand down, step the left foot back, pause in your plank, lower down and rinse it off or just go back to down dog. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Come back to down dog, pause and breathe. And then take your knees down and come to your seat. Okay. So we had a little bit of movement. Maybe you chose not to move. Maybe you're just waiting for the restorative. But regardless, I'm hoping that you're choosing to take as deep a breath as you can, inhaling completely, taking a long, slow exhale out, breathing and exhaling completely. This breath is so important. I'm telling you, it's getting me through these days. And it's not that I'm overthinking. I'm doing a really good job, I think, of balancing what I'm reading, what I'm watching versus how I'm taking care of me. But sometimes it's still not enough. So stay with me as we work through these restorative poses and we'll see how it all works. Okay? So we're going to do 3 restorative poses this morning. I hope you have everything that you need. If you have yoga props, that's awesome. I'm going to act as if I don't have any yoga props, so I've got you on my piano stool this morning, so you check that out. I can swirl you. So we're going to go right over here to my little setup. I hope that you can see this. And I took my cushion from my recliner chair, brought that over, and I also took my bedroom pillow and bent it in half. Now, this is all stacked against a chair, but I have a secret couple of blocks here, which are actually cans of pineapple juice. Isn't that awesome? So this could be like the baby's, the Papa Bear side of a block. So I put my 2 pineapple cans behind here, or if you've got some, thick pillows, you can do that too. And then I bent this bedroom pillow right over the top of it. Taking my cushion, putting it here. And then got my eye cloth. This is 4, I don't have very thick bath towels. So these are 4 bath towels that I just kept rolling and rolling and rolling to get this lovely bolster. And I'm going to move you just a little bit more this way. And I'm going to sit and push my hips up against the back of this cushion / bolster and then lay back. And my knees are going to be gently propped over the thicker blankets, and then I've rolled a small hand towel to go underneath my Achilles heel. So these are also some squishy pillows. I wish I had firmer stuff, but we all work with what we've got. Here are my cans of tomatoes. Yay! Put those right about there so I could rest my pillows on them. Now I have a place for my arms. I also have one more bath pillow or bath towel that I've turned into a blanket. This is my yoga blanket. So there's a trick to these headrests. I don't want you to stuff it into your neck crease. I want you to have it so the point goes down the back of you, but then the rest of the blanket or the towel can be folded so it helps to lift your head just a little bit. So the chin is dropped, your arms are rested, your legs are supported. This is it. Our first pose, homemade mountain brook. So I hope you have a washcloth handy or an eye pillow or something. You're just going to gently lay that over your eyes. Now this is important because you want it to be dark. We tend to rest better when it's dark. So take a full breath in and a full breath out. And my hope is that you were able to set yourself up. And I want you to ask yourself 3 things. First, can you breathe? Can you take a full inhale and a full exhale? Second, do you feel supported? Do you feel like your elbows are higher than your wrists? Are your knees higher than your ankles? Do you have all your supports and your props where they need to be? And that's just a matter of personal preference of how it feels. You want it to be comfortable. And then the third question I want you to ask yourself is, are you cold? Because if you are, I want you to go grab a blanket. Of course, now that you're all seated, sorry about that. Grab something to cover yourself up with. So there's nothing to watch here anymore. You're going to close your eyes and anchor back into your breath. And you're going to choose to stay right here, right now, without letting your brain take you away. And it will. So anchor back into your inhale and your exhale. We're going to stay in this pose for a few minutes. If you've never done restorative yoga before, you might go, why is she stopping? Why is she not talking anymore? Well, that's the part of it. To find this deep restoration, this deep renewal, I have to be quiet for a while. But don't worry, I have my chimes. And when it's time to come out, I will ring them. So stay warm, stay quiet. Take another full breath in and a slow breath out. And I will ring the chimes in 10 minutes. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Slowly pull your knees into your chest and roll to the right side and just linger there so you can take another full breath in and a full breath out. If you're just joining us, we're doing restorative yoga this morning. Started out with a little bit of flow, but I really felt the need to get back into restorative poses. They're very settling, and they can take you to a place that's probably a little bit calmer and a little bit more relaxing than what we're actually living through right now. If you're on your side, use your hands and push yourself up to a seat. Sit nice and tall, taking a full breath in, sweep the arms up again, lifting up the heart. Exhaling, bring your hands right to your heart space. For the second restorative pose that I'd like to do this morning, I would like for you to take your legs up the wall. Yay, I know that's one of everybody's favorites, right? So you need to find a piece of wall where you can do that. And you're going to take one of your bath towels and certainly if you have yoga props and you know where you're going, just go set up. Otherwise, take a bath towel, fold it in half, take a second bath towel, it's already folded in half, fold it again, and then you're going to take them long like this and put them up against the wall. Okay, follow me. Here's my wall. And I'm going to put these on the floor right where the wall meets the floor. And then I'm going to pull it back maybe about 2 inches. If you have a bolster, you could put that down on the ground. That's probably the best thing. You can sit on it, or you can take the bolster and put it up against the wall. So for those of you that don't have a bolster, we're going to get that couch cushion back. So let me grab my cushion. We're going to put that right up against the wall. See my cushion? And then it goes right against the wall. And if you need to pull out your blankets just a little bit more, they're just there for your hips to sit on so you've got something soft underneath your bottom. And then I want you to grab that other bath towel. And you're going to wrap that around your feet. So just set that up here for a minute on top of the cushion. Sit down on the floor. Get as close. Where are you? Come over here. Watch me. I'm doing this. Okay, here I am. You're going to turn and sit. Get your legs as close to the wall as you can. And your legs are going to go right up the wall. Take that blanket that you put up there and nestle your feet right underneath it so your feet are covered. Hi, I'm on the floor. Open up your arms. Take them nice and wide. You could bend them if you want. This also helps open up your heart. Take your hand and maybe tip the back of your head down just a little bit. You don't want your neck overly open. So if you're tipping your head back, pull on your hair. Put the back of your head right back down on the ground. This is it for legs up the wall. It's nothing super special. It's literally just reversing gravity and allowing yourself an opportunity to let all the fluids in your legs come back down into your middle cavity. It's refreshing to your central nervous system. And I get that this might be a little weird because, again, we're going to come into another period of silence, another 10 minutes or so. So take a nice deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. One more full breath in and one more full breath out. And if it's not handy, I hope it is, grab your washcloth or something to put over your eyes again, or if you have a little eye pillow. But really work at keeping your eyes closed and being still. I'll ring the bells when it's time to come out again. So take another full breath in and a full breath out, and just be. Start to deepen your breath. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. And then nice and slow, bring your feet down, bending your knees so they can come into your chest. And again, roll to your right side and just linger there for a moment. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then push yourself up to a seat, turn around. We'll take another stretch up. So from your seat, inhale, lift the arms up. This time let's twist to the left. So take your right hand across your left knee. Take your left hand behind you and sit nice and tall. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then inhale, come back to center. Lift the arms up, go the other way. Left hand across the right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Keep drawing the heart open. Feel a length come right up through the crown of your head. And then inhale, come back to center. Hands come down. So again, I thought it was important that we get into a little bit more of the restorative since Fridays are flow and restore. I try to keep it more equal between the flow and the restorative poses. But it was just calling me today to be still, to figure out some deep relaxation and ways to share that, because I don't believe for a minute that any of you are doing okay without it. So especially those lovers of restorative yoga, I'm here with you, even though it's quiet. Maybe I turn the camera toward my little friend the Buddha by my fireplace, or maybe I leave it on me, or not sure where I'm going to turn it now, because guess what? It's time for Shavasana. This will be the easiest pose for any or all of you, because anyone can do it. All you need is a couch or somewhere where you can place your legs, or bend your legs right over the edge of it. So follow me to my other setup. We're coming back over here to my chair. There's my chair. And I put a blanket down, but you can just drag your mat over if you have your mat out. And you're just going to sit in front of your chair. Bend your knees so they're right over the top of the chair. Get nice and close. Okay, see? A nice 90-degree bend in your knees. And then you take your head pillow and position that right underneath your head. Grab your eye cover. Gently lay that right over your eyes and your forehead. And then grab your blanket. Cover yourself up, because your feet do have a tendency to get chilly here. And yes, I'm sure you've noticed everything around me is purple. Isn't that great? Purple is such a warm color for me. Okay, so I'm covered. I'm still. I'll be quiet in a minute. And when I put my eye cover on, it gets a little dark, which is the perfect requirements for a beautiful Shavasana. If Shavasana makes you uncomfortable, I really would love for you to try it again, just because it's incredibly restorative and soothing to your central nervous system. If you do fall asleep, you're in the comfort of your own home. Stay there. It's awesome. You'll need it. I will ring the bells when it's time to come out. I hope that things are going well with this little online experiment for restorative yoga. I do believe that, like I said, we need it right now. But everything's a choice, so keep coming back to that and make your choices based on what you need at this particular moment, because this is all we've got. So take a full breath in once you're settled, and a slow breath out. If you don't have your eye cover on, put it on. And then take another breath in and another breath out. And I'll ring the chimes when it's time to come out. Shavasana. Bring a little movement into your fingers and your toes. You're welcome to stay right where you are in Shavasana and place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take another full belly breath in, really lifting up. Feel your heart lift right into your hand. And then on your out breath, really just let everything go. Feel the ground supporting you. Everything is a choice. It's the most powerful tool we have right now. And everything boils down to what you choose. We exist in a field of infinite possibilities, and every choice we make shuts an infinite amount of doors, but it also opens an infinite number of doors. At any point, we can change the direction of our lives by a simple choice. It's all in our hands, our hearts, and our minds. And I really believe that. So take care of you. Remember that these quiet, restorative yoga poses are a choice, and they're at your disposal whenever you need them. If you're reading too much and you're getting in your head and your heart is heavy and you're sad or whatever emotions are cropping up, I highly recommend countering anything that you're doing with a restorative pose. Shavasana, legs up the wall, just bend them over the couch. Close your eyes and come into your breath and just be still for anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I promise it'll change your perspective. And you can do it as often as you'd like. The light and truth in me sees that in each of you. Thanks for being here this morning for this flow and restorative practice. Together we say, Namaste.